It's so important that we advocate for ourselves and our family as neurodivergent people. I'm going to be talking about that today, advocating for yourself or your neurodivergent family member while travelling, and also with a little bit of holiday drama thrown in, so keep on watching for that. We've just got back from a week in Cyprus. It was gorgeous. I absolutely love Cyprus. It is a beautiful country. The people are lovely. I love learning Greek. I know some basic Greek to like get us by and stuff, but I love it. I love even speaking to the locals when, you know, like the taxi drivers or waiters and things. I love it even when they correct me on me Greek and say, oh no, you say it like this. I love that because I can learn more then. First things first, when it comes to advocating for yourself or your neurodivergent child or family member, is planning in advance. We always book either assisted travel or priority boarding depending on the airline, and that is really important. Both me and my two daughters are neurodivergent. I've got ADHD. My oldest daughter, who's an adult, has ADHD. My youngest daughter is autistic, but I'm almost certain she's got ADHD as well. I feel very overwhelmed when travelling and stressed out, but due to being late diagnosed, I am able to mask my distress. Not saying that's a good thing, but that's what I do in airports. My oldest daughter is the same. She doesn't get quite as overwhelmed as me, but she is able to mask as well. My youngest daughter is not able to mask in that way. She can mask to a very small extent, but we shouldn't have to mask, do you know what I mean? But she wears a sunflower lanyard, whereas me and my oldest daughter don't, because we can just about cope with it. Recently, I've heard in airports are kind of cracking down a little bit on the assisted boarding because a lot of people are taking the mick basically and wearing a sunflower lanyard to get through when maybe they don't need it. Because I'd heard about this, I made sure I printed off a copy of my daughter's autism diagnosis. I shouldn't have to do that, but I did just in case, to take it with me, along with already pre-booking the assisted boarding. And she also had a sunflower lanyard on. So because of this, I felt prepared, and when we were in the airport, we were able to use assisted boarding. She doesn't need help like some people with wheelchairs need help getting onto the plane. She doesn't need help with that, but she does need to be able for us to be on the plane first, because if the plane is full and she feels like she has to walk onto it, there's a chance she's not getting on that plane, even though she wants to. So firstly, I would recommend being prepared with that. Have everything ready for the airport. I print the documents off, as well as we have it on our phones as well, just so we've got two things are backed up. That is when my autism really kicks in for getting organised for holiday. Mainly, my daughter, when we're out and about, she'll take a tablet with her to restaurants and stuff, and that's what she needs to do to be able to feel okay. She wants to be there. I'm not forcing her to be there. She loves Cyprus. She loves going on holiday, and she wants to eat in restaurants, but she does need that support of having a tablet there, something to distract her, having a fidget toy. So we always make sure we've got them with us. And same applies flying home. We actually found Larnaca Airport. They're really good with assisted boarding, and really kind about it as well. So basically our flight there and back, it all felt stressful to me, all of it, every single second of it. But like I say, I am able to mask, even though I am trying to learn to unmask. But in that airport situation, I can just about cope with it through masking, but it does completely dysregulate me, and by the time we arrive, I am completely dysregulated, and I just need that time to re-regulate again. My daughter is very stressed out, very overwhelmed, and for that reason, once we're sat on the plane and we've got on there early before most of the other passengers, that's when she'll start to feel a little bit calmer, although she does feel nervous about flying sometimes as well. When we're on holiday, here's the thing, right? We're not necessarily like beach people. We love the beach. We love the sea. We love swimming in the sea. but we don't stay on the sand very long at all. So literally this is what we do. We put our sun lotion on before we go, because the sensory issue of trying to apply sun lotion when you're in sand, no, I can't do that. We put our sun lotion on before we go to the beach, get straight in the sea, swim, snorkel. It's amazing. The water is so clear, gorgeous. And then we pretty much get out and go. And like, we obviously even mostly dry off by the walk to the car because it's that hot. But that's what we do. That's one way where we can avoid some of the sensory issues, even though there obviously is some to an extent, because I feel like sand just sticks to you and it's uncomfortable. Now on to the holiday drama. On our first day, we arrived in the night at our villa. It was a lovely villa, gorgeous. We had a hire car as well, so we can get around. The next morning, we were getting ready to go to the pool, our pool at the villa. And I was upstairs putting sun lotion on, and my daughter shouted, Mum, quick. There was a little kitten stuck between the pool cover and the wall. And my oldest daughter's boyfriend, who was with us as well, he managed to free this kitten. It was crying really loud, and so it must have been, I don't know how long it had been stuck there, but must have been so hot and dehydrated. It was crying really loud. It ran off, got under our hire car and went into the wheel arch. I was panicking so much because I was so stressed out, because I absolutely love animals and I've spent my life like rescuing animals, and this felt like the very first morning of our holiday. I was like, I need to do something. I was tapping on the car to try and get it out. We brought a bowl of water out. This kitten was crying so loud. I thought, I was really worried about it. I thought, what if it doesn't come out? I couldn't see it. We couldn't reach it or anything. And then it eventually came out, ran straight away from us and darted across a busy road. Nearly got hit by a truck. And then went into this like arid land that was opposite our villa. I was like, I need to go and save it. So me and my husband went, we took water, we took food. We'd just been to the supermarket that morning, but we're vegan, so we didn't have any kind of meat or fish, but I did have some like vegan ham in the fridge. We took some of that over and some water over to this arid area across the road. And we were looking for this kitten. We couldn't hear it anywhere. There was loads of bushes. All you could hear was like crickets, really loud, I think it's crickets. When in the hot countries, when that's how you know somewhere's hot, because there's loads of crickets. And we couldn't find this kitten anywhere, and I was so worried about it. I thought I don't know. We didn't know how long it had been trapped behind the pool cover. We didn't know like how long it hadn't had water for. We were listening for it everywhere, but we couldn't find it at all. So after that, when we went back to the villa, I just couldn't stop thinking about this kitten. And I felt like I couldn't get started with the holiday because I was worried about the kitten. And I know there's a lot of stray cats in Cyprus. We fed them before and things. But I was just so worried about it and hoping it was okay. So it took me ages to that dysregulated me massively. And it took me ages to feel okay. And I was thinking, right, it's born into a hot country. It's probably used to this, but it looked too small to be. It wasn't like the tiniest kitten, but it looked young, like really young, and I was thinking, it should be with its mum. I was just hoping that its mum was somewhere in that arid landscape and it knew where she was. But yeah, I did feel really uncomfortable about getting, like, I thought, how can I have fun when that kitten needs help? So that was the holiday drama. But yeah, sorry, I've just rambled on a bit. It was a bit of a chat about advocating for yourself and a bit of holiday drama thrown in. But thank you for watching. Bye.